This is what we call
hater shit.
There is no better term. Energy drinks, whatever I could get my hands on, not drugs, nothing hardcore, nothing street. The only drug you'll ever see me buy off the street is some bud. No, thank you. Is some bud. Other than that, I need to know a person very well if I'm going to buy some drugs from you. And I don't even buy drugs. My whole life, I've never bought drugs. So, listen to this shit. So, the targeting that you guys know of from 4 years ago, Dylan came out of prison. That officer, David Shepard, who tried taking me out on dates, I guess, Dylan was under investigation, and the officers involved in his investigation were trying to get me to go out on dates with them. I don't know why. Internal affairs got involved, and a bunch of people got in trouble. Well, when that happened, I started noticing a lot of blowback. And it was not coming directly from Chicago police, just in general. Politically fueled, it felt like. And feels like. I don't know if they're practicing for the air and water show or what the fuck is going on, but it's pretty dope. I can't see the planes flying by, but they're leaving like their smoke and patterns. So anyways, Internal Affairs gets involved in 2015. Also, keep in mind, there's a lot of discrepancies on what went on with Dylan's case. I was there, okay? So Skokie, Illinois, I was there when they named his assailant, his rappy, the trick. They assigned her. So this is the way it works. When you get in trouble with someone, when it goes in front of the judge, they give them a code name. And they refer to the person in that code name when they're talking, about the case. So they revealed this bitch in the discovery. The discovery was issued to us in 2015, right when he got sentenced, and he took 12 years as a sentence. Okay, they were trying to give him 25. And I was so supportive. Don't worry, babe. If they give you 20, I'll be there. If they give you 2, I'll be there. Everything's going to be okay. You're sober now. You did that shit when you were fucked up and they were targeting you and chasing you. And, that's not you. That's not who you are. That's not how you were raised. We're going to get past this. I was so fucking supportive. Went to his court dates with his mom, Paula, and his grandma, Letty, sitting right next to me as they sentenced this man to 12 years and exposed everyone in the discovery that was involved in tricking on him, okay? Mind you, he gets out and links up with the same fucking people who tricked on him and put him in there in the first place. Ain't that some shit? And throws me into the street and beats the fuck out of me and steals all my money. But him and those people, they're all good still, right?
I said, did you make it to Rome?
That all happens, and this officer, following that court date and his conviction, begins sexually harassing me. He picks me up off the street as a free citizen. I was with my mother-in-law at the time, my ex's mom. And she was terrified. They picked me up off of the street with a sedan of FBI-looking cars, SUVs and sedans, all tinted. They bring me to a black hole site, so it's not a marked police station, for interrogation. David Shepard brings a big paper box, 8x10 paper box, drops it on the table. He has photos of Arnett. He has photos of Scully. He has photos of Dylan. He has photos of Tiny. And he's naming these people to me, along with a bunch of Africans. Well, we want your help, blah, blah, blah. We know that you know this person. I said, listen, you, in the last 5 minutes, have given me more information about these motherfuckers than I can tell you. I've known them for 2 whole weeks, if that. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. You just got done telling me they're drug dealers and they're credit card frauders and they're this and they're that. That's more information than I could have given you. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only drugs they ever gave me were for free. And I probably didn't even know I was taking them at the time. So, no, I can't help you. Not because I don't want to. Not because I, don't want the streets to be a safer place. But because I genuinely don't know what the fuck is going on. I can't help you, right? That was in 2015. Since 2015, I have literally been being fucking stalked my entire life. If I'm not with Dylan, in a relationship with Dylan, all sorts of bad shit is going on. So I stay with Dylan the entire duration of his prison sentence. I'm, in that time, mortified by the shit that took place. This man had me going into great detail, so he sold me on the fact that he was a cuckold. You guys know what a cuckold is? Supposedly, now understand, I was a very, very innocent sexually person when I met Dylan. I had only been with a very small handful of people, and I had been in 3 long-term relationships, 5 years each. One, I was married. That's Louis, the father of Viviana and Louis, my 2 older kids. One with Orlando. We were also in a common law marriage for 5 years, living together, and had a baby named Alexis. And then there was Dylan, and we were together for 5 years. So that seems to be a magic number. I was having very bland sex, right? Missionary style, like, okay, just get this shit over with, leave me alone. Dylan is not that way. So he comes and tells me, babe, I want you to do something for me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do what do you need? He lost his glasses on Christmas Eve. I was on a bus, all 3 kids on the bus, getting his glasses at LensCrafters, filled it under an hour, driving them to the county, dropping them off, back at home, cooking, Christmas desserts with the kids. What do you need? That's me. That's my personality. I'm dynamic, and I care about the people who care about me, period. And I get shit done. Well, I need help from you. I need you to, be thoroughly documenting. There's a lot of illegal shit going on, and I think they're trying to bring you in on it. I think that's why, this David Shepard guy has been a problem. I need you to start recording your calls with this guy. Okay, fine. Also, to keep our relationship sexually, interesting and keep us together, we need to create a way to be intimate over the phone, and that's how it started. So from me being a person who's never discussed sex before, now all of a sudden he's trying to do phone sex, letters and sex. And what better way to get me on board than to encourage, even coerce me to begin working in sexy entertainment, as I call it. So it starts off camming and creating custom content that's all sexy in nature, non-pornographic. Never have I ever been on camera with another motherfucker. Never will I ever go on camera with another motherfucker. I have not been on camera being sexy intentionally since 2018. We're in 2023 now, okay? 2023. In that time, I grew a significant following. I worked events like SexCon. I worked events like in Vegas, the ManyVids conventions. I worked multiple events. I would take dates with me to those events and, do a lot of different just branding, marketing, and relationship building with my clients and my fans. And as I said, I had a pretty significant following on all of social media platforms, and I was making some income. Now, after getting my feet a little bit wet creating sexy content, all of a sudden Dylan starts explaining to me what is a cuckold. A cuckold is a man who gets off on hearing about and seeing his wife do sex with other people. When he said that to me, I hung up the phone and began crying. I cut myself a little bit, and I ignored him for a while. I thought, there is no way in hell that a man can love a woman if he wants her to be with someone else. I thought that was the end of our relationship. I even changed my phone number. Dylan, being the incredibly resourceful man he is, or incredibly plugged by police backing, I don't know which one, it could be both, he got my phone number twice after changing it twice. Continued pursuing me, promised me that he had gotten rid of all of his extra girlfriends, that he wanted nothing to do with Star, Jordan, Marissa, Samantha, Jessica, that I was the only woman for him, and that all he wanted was to get through this prison sentence, building up my career, building a name for our brand so that we could transfer into fitness marketing when he got home, and I was all for it. I was still against the cuckolding. It took about another 6 months of me feeling like he was standing on my neck, like relentlessly, babe, if you love me, you'll do it. If you care about me, you'll do it. If you care about what turns me on, you'll do it. And to me, that rationally made sense. Who reads the Bible, right? Does it not say in the Bible a million times that you, as a wife, you obey and support your husband? This man is incredibly intelligent, so you can sit there from your sofa and your place of judgment and say, oh, he's a felon, or oh, he's in prison, so you're dumb. Do you know how many very, very intelligent and successful people end up in prison? The system doesn't like to get fooled. The system doesn't like motherfuckers who are smarter than it, okay? So that in itself was not enough reason for me to not love anyone. I believe people fuck up, and I believe that people get wrongly accused, and I believe that people do fuck up intentionally and change. I believe in all of that. So for me to not love someone, especially with similar physical fitness goals and interests, business goals and interests, family goals and interests, it's just not me. It's never gonna be me, ever. I believe that people can fuck up and come back. I believe that shit. 100% of me believes that. I believe that you could find yourself in the gutter and get the fuck up and dust yourself off one day, and that the right hand can be reaching down to grab yours, and that you can grab it, and that your whole life can be changed. I believe that shit. That's the only thing that keeps me going. So pardon me. I end up working completely out of character, and you guys gotta know, my background is in medical admin. I was working at Northwestern Hospital as an administrator, going above and beyond, and any doctor, any of my coworkers will corroborate that story. I worked my ass off, and I was incredibly, resourceful and intelligent and kind and compassionate, and I was there for my team. And if someone called off, I was there to cover for them. And if someone needed extra help, I was the number one volunteering to assist, So I just was not prepared to have such a tremendous lifestyle change. I was not prepared to stand up for myself. I was not prepared to stand in my boundaries. And I did so for, like I said, 6 months to a year of saying, no, I don't like that. No, crying and feeling like, how could you love me? This can't be real.
I'm getting really aggravated. I've tried to ask her a question where she gets a notification of the question. I try to join the live because I want to ask her a couple of things. Ugh.
Why isn't law enforcement involving themselves? Well, it's clear, is it not? They're just as guilty as Dylan is. They're using him, along with the state of Illinois and several other authority departments, to catch criminals. But is it really catching the criminal if you motherfuckers are the ones setting up the crime? I don't think it is. Well, I think it's baiting.
But
I think it's
you're still catching them. You're literally still catching them.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. We have enough shit that
goes
on in this
really
world
loud.
that people would disagree with or have moral question about or ethical concern about. Finding a group of people who are at a disadvantage financially, mentally, emotionally, and then coercing them and setting them up in a way to be your minions, commit your crimes so that your hands stay clean, but those people end up getting fucked with. If you're a law enforcement agent and you don't understand what's going on, you don't deserve to be a law enforcement agent. And if you're a law enforcement agent and you do understand what's going on, and you continue to be a yes man and not do a goddamn thing in the positive, in the affirmative, you don't deserve to be a law enforcement agent. If I, as a regular citizen of the United States with limited education, I have a bachelor's degree, I never extend, and a couple of certifications, personal training. I've myself have taught myself hair and makeup, marketing, sales, new business development, etc. But they're mostly just 30-day courses. I have the bachelor's degree and then about 10 30-day courses or 1-year courses. Personal training, medical assisting, phlebotomy. With that limited understanding and scope of the
I was about to say, that's how she knows how to use the needles, but that was probably out of line.
What the fuck is the excuse of the people sitting in the district attorney's office, sitting in the state's attorney's office, sitting in the law enforcement position, driving around police cars in uniform? Why do you think it's ethical that you get paid if you look the other way when innocent people are being sabotaged in the street?
Why do you think
an officer walked right by me this morning while they robbed me at McDonald's? They robbed me at McDonald's. They literally robbed me 2 times at McDonald's. For 4 years, I have been getting robbed randomly. My storage locker, I paid $74 for a month of storage. Less than 24 hours after making payment, they locked my storage locker. Went through all my shit and then said, okay, it's unlocked now. I said, you know what? I'm going to close. Thank you very much. I've never been convicted of a crime. I'm not under arrest. Who the fuck do you think you are to be going through my storage locker? I would like a refund in full. Not only did they not process the refund, they kept the fucking locker open and let another motherfucker start storing their stuff in my locker in my name.
Oh, that's weird.
I have the whole paper trail. I've turned it into law enforcement as well as the feds. As well as every other person that I've been emailing, the detectives, James Police, David Shepard, all of these people who Internal Affairs has been involved with, who have been a part of this case since 2015. They're all receiving play-by-plays. All of the celebrities, all of the celebrity attorneys, Nick Albuquerque, my attorney. There could not be my mother, my father, there could not be more people with copies of proof of all of this injustice. Could not be.
could not be.
In addition to that, since they're keeping me oppressed and chasing me out of all the jobs that I get and making me stay outside, these are the conversations I have regularly, outdoors, in the downtown area, with groups of people around. So there are so many people who are aware. In addition, I get between 2,000 and 3,000 story views per 24-hour period. Don't tell me that there aren't people who know what's going on and choose not to do anything. Have you ever read the comments? Do you think it's weird that there will be 3-month periods where people are so supportive they cannot believe what's going on? They'll look at the video of my head being bludgeoned and say, how could the police do nothing to help? They'll look at the video of me being, it's all on camera. It happened at a gas station. I was jumped and stabbed by 3 women 11 times with screwdrivers. They'll look at that footage and think, how the fuck can the police do nothing about it?
But let's remember, you told them, let's meet at the gas station. It was right after you visited with Dylan, and y'all got into a little fight because you thought that she said something to you, but she was really complimenting you, and so you brought them to the gas station.
Am I the one being targeted, or are you? Because I promise there's a large group of people waiting for assholes, waiting for pieces of shit, waiting for people who are committed to falsifying the truth, creating false narratives, watering down the situation, and those are the people who are being targeted. So yeah, they're using me, they're baiting with me, but they're fucking getting you right on the hook, baby. And that's where you remain. Don't believe me. Do whatever the fuck you want. I have been coming on here as compassionately, as kindly, and as patiently as anyone in my position could do. I don't think there's a single motherfucker who could do better. I truly do not. If you feel different, then let's run an experiment. I'm gonna get a basketball player-sized motherfucker to hold you down after you haven't slept 3 to 5 days, fuck you from behind while you scream and cry for help, give you 4 or 5 hours of sleep, buy you a McDonald's big breakfast, throw you outside, start robbing you, beating you, robbing you, beating you, robbing you, beating you, have law enforcement beat you, rob you again, rape you again, leave you outside, throw bullets outside your locker, stab you, bludgeon you, separate you from your children and family, isolate you from anyone who knows you or gives a fuck, and we'll see if you're still patient. We'll see if you still have any faith in this fucking horrible humanity. But again, watch the patterns, because just like waves, your comments, your attitudes, they come and go like waves. Just like waves. And for every person who tells me to kill myself, there are 5 to 10 people ready to find out where the fuck you live, where your mom lays her head down at night, and have conversations with you. Gift of fear from the organization, not me. I'm not the boss, I just work here. Keep fucking with me.
I said it?
Everyone says there's no such thing as karma if you believe in God. That if you believe in God, there is no such thing as karma. Well, guess what? I'm a fucking witch who believes in God.
Oh, Lord.
And I believe in the universe.
You
and I believe in
bitch.
witchcraft. And I believe in God. All of it. You know why? Because these teachings have not remained for tens of thousands of years because they're fake. If something stands the test of time, there's truth to it. There is truth to it. Humble your fucking self. Expand your mind a little bit. You're not the only one who's right. You're not. If you believe in God, you are right. If you believe in the universe, you are right. If you believe in witchcraft, you are right. Because there are bits and pieces and there are perspective of all of those teachings that stand the test of time. So rather than using our energy saying, fuck this person, they believe in this, this or that, why don't you just look for what you believe in that you can share common ground about? When you're looking for an argument, you find one. When you're not looking for an argument, when you're looking for peace, that is what you find as well. That is what you find as well. I don't threaten people. I warn people. I didn't assign myself to this group of people who look out for me. They do it for a greater cause. One love.
That literally makes no sense. Then look for fucking peace, Heather. If that's how it is, then look for peace.
There was a time I used to throw on my 6-inch stilettos and my over-the-thigh boots, and I wasn't giving pussy to no one, nobody.
Oh my God.
But I looked good, and I knew I could have whatever I wanted. And I fucking felt like I had the world by the balls. And you know what? I still treated everyone with respect. I would make $500 in a night. I would walk out. I would leave the doorman a bill. I would make $1,000 in a night. I would walk out. I would tip the front desk $30 each. The server a $50 tip, And that will be the last time and only time they saw me for a few weeks. You know why? Because you have to continue to pass blessings. It's like a faucet of water. If everybody's thirsty, you could turn the faucet on and let people grab a little bit of water, or you could stand there with a big fucking bucket and then turn it off and remove the handle. What are you doing? Are you passing along cups of water, or are you locking the fucking spigot? Motherfuckers are thirsty. I'm tired of being put in the position to be bludgeoned, to be beaten, to be abused, and then prevented from the follow-up. What would the follow-up be? Right? A lawsuit. Multiple lawsuits. If you've been following, I know there are a bunch of you here who have been following since ManyVids, since 2015. It's 2023 now. How much evidence do I have? The flood on my apartment 2 times. That was clearly intentional. The bludgeoning. The being jumped and stabbed 11 times. The being thrown out of my own home unlawfully. The unlawful detainment. The multiple HIPAA violations from Advocate. Being gang stalked. Being followed to Barrington, Illinois, where my car was parked in a gated community with someone who was supposed to be protecting me. And having someone break into the gated community and key my vehicle. My title being stolen. Being chased to Miami, Florida. Being chased by men on mopeds, having to jump over a fucking humongous median on my car, literally getting air to prevent from being crashed into by these people. Being chased by a gang of Teslas right here on Lakeshore Drive, all on video. Being chased in formation by 12 Jeeps, all on video. All on video, right by Old Orchard Mall. So this shit has been going on for me for 4+ years. I have been documenting the fuck out of it. But I still woke up this morning on a slab of concrete outside of a public place with nowhere to shower, nowhere to shit, and nowhere to fucking brush my teeth. It's my older kid's second day of school today. Second day of school. You think that I should be laying on a fucking concrete slab of fucking cement? Or should I be picking out their outfits, helping them with their hair and makeup, helping them look good, feel good, have a healthy breakfast, and have a great day at school?
Dude,
what's my job? What is my God-given job as a mother?
Bring me the fuck up. Bring me the fuck up. Bring me up.
You continue to put me in positions to be robbed, to be assaulted. As recently as last Sunday, I laid in a defenseless position on my yoga mat. 9:30 p.m. was approached by 3 officers with gloves, so premeditated. They had it already in their mind they were going to beat the fuck out of me. And I was beaten on body cam. Beaten up. Not beaten like they win. Beaten like all 3 of them do not deserve a job. Beaten like senselessly aggravated assault, slamming my head against the concrete. Beaten like neuropathy from my pinky to my elbow in both arms. Beaten like limited range of motion in my right shoulder. Beaten like I'm 14 weeks pregnant and they knew I was pregnant when they put hands on me. Beaten like the charges they charged me with were, quote, curling my hands in a position of defense that required them to restrain me. I'm laying down on the ground on my back. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And again, everyone in the comments, they put themselves in the trick bag. Because like I said before, we get 3 months where everyone in the comments they're genuinely concerned. It's like, wow, she says she has all this proof posted, let's go look at it. Then you get 2 to 3 months of people who are 100% focused on trying to discredit. You are all obstructing justice. You are all running fake narratives. You are all trying to hide the truth. Why does it go like this? And why are all of the people telling me to kill myself, cut myself, hurt myself, I'm a bad mom? Anyone who has ever met me in real life even one time will argue on my behalf that I am one of the best mothers they've ever met. There is nothing I would not do for my children, nothing. But every once in a while, it's nothing but fucking haters in my comments. Where is all the support? What happens to the support? Is the support being silenced? Are they being shut down? And who are the people in the comments for 4 years telling me to kill myself? How do they still have internet access? If you are such a bully,
Dude,
that you
I'm
are
so
in
fucking
a homeless
aggravated.
woman's comments who has been raped, robbed, beaten, and abused on camera, and has
Fucking
no post
pick
in
up
here,
your
while still
Ooh.
maintaining her own production company, entrepreneurially I sell whatever the fuck, bottles of water, sunglasses, blue light protection glasses, waist trainers, you name it. I am a hustler, I am a good mother, I am a woman, I am a lover, I am a fighter, I am a supporter, I am a good person. I am an ally, I'm an advocate. There's no reason for you to be in my comments telling me to kill myself. I have done nothing to any single living person in the world that would require or allow them to fucking come on my page and tell me to kill myself. So if you've been in my comments for 4 years telling me to kill myself, bitch, why don't you give us your name and address, because we want to help you. We want to send you to therapy. We want to find out what's really going on. Are you being targeted? Are you all right? Why are you in my comments for 4 years? You are committed, boy. You are the biggest fan I ever had. Why don't you try changing the rhetoric from kill yourself to, oh my God, bitch, we love you. Oh my God, bitch, I can't believe you just woke up outside on the cement. You look glowing. How about some positivity? Because I have fucking been through the ringer over and over again. You know how much they paid me for that shit? $0.99, bro. Not a fucking dollar. Nothing. You see, I had hustled $7 and saved it for my breakfast this morning, and then they blocked it at McDonald's. Would not even fucking let me spend my money or give it back.
Look at this poor lady who's sitting there who has to listen to her.
I'm 4 months pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm hungry. Why are you robbing a pregnant lady? ¿Qué tienes? So I'm going to close it out for now. I'm having, again, as you can see, a real fucking irritated morning. And mostly that begins with, again, I wake up real positive. I tell Xavier, good morning. How are you? He turns like a light switch. Fuck you, bitch. Whoa, what just happened? And again, the 13 weeks of people in my comments being nasty, it directly is reflected in the way Xavier treats me. Xavier doesn't treat me this way normally. So when they start being awful and telling me hurt myself and things like that here, that is exactly when Xavier's behavior changes. So again, if you are law enforcement and you believe you do deserve a paycheck for any of your work, and you are actually giving this any sort of energy or effort, that's most certainly something to notate. These patterns in the way I'm treated, these patterns in the way I'm targeted, Rico all day. This is most definitely organized. Absolutely this is organized. And I don't give a fuck if you wear a badge or carry a gun or what the fuck your claim to fame is. I do not lo que sea. I don't fucking care. Just like I told those other 2 officers after that one man beat the fuck out of me, I said, I am asking you to arrest this man right now. I would like to press charges for assault. Both officers looked at me like, I said, are you deaf? I am pregnant. You just watched this man assault me. I would like to press charges for assault. Please arrest him now. He beat the fuck out of me, broke the wheel off my cart. I was not doing anything. I was doing nothing illegal and nothing immoral. I was lying down on a yoga mat. We have the body cam footage. Schiller Park Police. Neither officer arrested him. As a matter of fact, they continued to abuse me. The woman said, well, you should have fucking listened. Should have listened to what, ma'am? You didn't give me a directive. You charged, bitch? What the fuck? How are you gonna write charges against me for not having a home when I had a home and you threw me into the street? Anybody want to try to make this shit make sense for me? Anybody? Where the fuck is Nick Albuquerque? If you're not going to allow me to see my lawyer and you're not going to allow me adequate medical while I'm pregnant, I have been Googling OB gynecologist since I found that I was pregnant. I already had my prenatal vitamins. I already had my first ultrasound. Everything's good with the baby. I wanted to make sure the baby was okay because I did have some spotting, some blood, the day after I was slammed to the ground by that law enforcement agent. I was terrified. I started crying. I told Xavier, I cannot go through another one of these. I cannot. We just lost twins December 26th. Rest in peace at 20 weeks. 18 weeks, 6 days. So that's 5 months. I was pregnant with 2 babies. They died and I had to deliver them out of my own vagina in the shower of an Airbnb and then be ambulance lifted to Swedish Covenant Hospital where they let me stay for 3 days and threw me right back out. And then I was fired from my job. Fired from my job for sending proof of the loss of life to my boss, who I felt like was a close friend more than anything. So I know it wasn't her. I know for a fact it wasn't her. You could try to run game on me all day. There's nothing that you could say to make me believe. from spending 4 months next to that woman every single day, I can tell you she's a no-nonsense, no bullshit type of person. She's not easily offended. If you come to work and get your fucking job done, she has no problem with you. So who involves themselves to fuck with me and why? Anyways, I thought I was gonna lose this baby. They slammed me to the ground. I had a little spotting. I went to the hospital. Thank God everything was okay. Thank God. The big kids seem okay. They started school. My daughter has a birthday Monday. If anybody wants to donate, Xavier's father owes us $2,000 because he said he'd pay half of all the Airbnb costs that I paid myself through all my checks at Getir. So he promised he was going to give me a payment so that I could go get my daughter her gift. Her birthday is Monday. My little baby, my younger daughter, is September birthday. So I'm trying to trust that we're back out here waiting on the payment so that I could go get my daughter her gift and go back. If anyone wants to add to that, any donation would be more than welcomed. My Cash App has changed. It's $Heather GoPro Solo. I'll post it. If you cannot donate,
Look at
I'm not
Xavier.
mad at you. Please don't go away just because I asked. I love all you guys who support me. Everyone who takes even a moment to listen to what's going on. That shit means a lot to me. Not a lot of people have a schedule that allows them to spend an hour or 2 hours trying to sift through this shit. It makes me confused and fucking feel hectic. I can only imagine a third party, right? You won't catch me spending my fucking time sitting around listening to 3 hours of someone's live. It ain't shit popping. It's not gonna happen. So thank you to everyone who has involved themselves because simply they think it's wrong. Thank you. For everybody who's here to talk shit, please stop. It's in your own best interest to stop. That's not a threat. Like I said, I am not the boss. I just work here. We're gonna go and try to make it to Columbia's Law Library and see what's up. Chicago Public Library is giving 10 free prints to all residents a day. So I'm gonna I'm gonna do a special resume where I have a resume. I'm gonna divide the paper in 4, an 8x10, so it'll be small. But motherfuckers have magnifying glasses, don't they? But I'll put my whole resume on one form, a letter of recommendation right next to it, a list of references underneath that, and then what was the last thing?
Oh, so squeaky.
I don't know, my logo or my entertainer profile, something like that, so that it's all together on one page. I already have it designed out. And then I'm just going to go to the library every single day for the next few weeks and print out 10 copies. Getir was the last, regular real job that I've had on paper. Before that, 20 other jobs in the last 4 years that have been sabotaged, gang stalked out of or thrown out of for no reason or whatever the case may be. All this shit has been documented. All of it has been reported. And I just keep doing that because I'm hoping, someday that I do have the legal capacity behind me, to America.
International.
I have been paying taxes to the United States of America since I was 14 years old. 1/4.
It's the International States of America.
No, it's not.
All these fucking residents.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that people are not welcome here. I'm saying it's still the United States of America. We live by a constitution and laws, and those fucking laws and constitutional rights need to be upheld. And if for some reason they're not being upheld, then alterations to the expectation need to be created and communicated. Period. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for listening to me run my mouth and be angry this morning. I'm going to try. I think this really helps me out. I'm going to try not to let the fact that McDonald's robbed the fuck out of me break my spirit. It almost did. I was literally well, where can I find a pile of bricks to ruin someone's life? But I'm feeling a little calmer now, and so I want to thank you. And I also want to touch on the fact real quick before I go that wanting to find a pile of bricks and throw it through a window, it's not a rational response. It's also not a normal response because most people are not being chased, raped, beaten, bludgeoned, stabbed, robbed. So it is a normal response for me. For you sitting on your couch when, your biggest argument is that your husband came home and drank the last sip of iced coffee is probably not rational, okay? So reel it the fuck in. Unless you motherfuckers are really getting treated, don't say crazy shit, right? But if you are getting treated like I am, say that shit. Say how the fuck you feel. Let them know that being ignored and beaten and raped makes you feel some type of way. Let them fucking know. Don't do it, but let them fucking know and document it so that you can remember as well, because we are all humans here and we all have fucking rights. All of us. I don't give a fuck where you're from or what color you are, and I don't give a fuck what income bracket you fall in. We all have rights. You guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to me bitch and complain. I owe you one. Have a nice day. Again, thank you for...
Dude. It's so hard to record her lives because you obviously cannot pause a live. Well, not on Instagram at least. Not that I know of. If anyone else knows, let me know. I was really getting irritated. Like, to the point where I wanted to go up there and talk to her, because what we always say, or what I and most of us always say, is if you can just stop and just stop talking about Dylan, get the fuck over Dylan. And some of y'all, you know, like, oh my gosh, it just irritates me so much. Like, and then she wants to talk about where's her blessings, and you're sitting here acting like this, and everyone's going to visit this beautiful holy place, and you're talking like that, yelling like that, and people have to walk by and they're trying to take pictures and they have to listen to that. That is very disrespectful. That is very, and if that really was a church or anything holy, like I cannot. The words, the things that she was saying that people had to hear. It would not surprise me if someone called the cops on her, or she gets into a fight, or a very bad disagreement with somebody because she's acting like a damn fool. But for real, sometimes she does. I want her to just fucking talk to somebody. But whatever, it is what it is. I hope some of y'all were in there. It was really hard being able to type. But hopefully y'all were able to see the comments. I know sometimes it's nice to see the comments and the lives as well.